Going live again with an update on how the trusses are going. I've got a few minutes before I have to leave site for a few hours, so the guys are going to be on their own, but I wanted to give everyone a status update before we go. So let me flip the camera around and see how things are looking. So we have, the crane is getting the second truss lifted over the wall here right as we speak. You get a chance to see it. The first truss is up. It's the slowest to go up. We had to plumb it and brace it. We had to make a small adjustment in how it was set in, figure out which way to shift it to make it fit. We've got the hangers ready on the upper end here. I'm shooting into the sun, so it's a little bit hard to see. So here we've got truss number 2 coming in. You can see our trusses have a top cord and 2 bottom cords. The middle cord there, the second from the bottom, is the structural cord. That's the one that bears on the back wall. The lowered cord is the line of our finished ceiling, and that's where the air barrier will be installed, and the difference between the two will be filled with blown cellulose as our attic insulation. Now, you can see how the truss is narrow towards the top, so the cellulose will obviously creep up over top. There it comes in place. So at the back wall, the truss is the little notch there at the bottom. That bears on the top of the back wall on our structural layer. And then it will be braced by plywood on the outside that keeps the trusses from racking on each other. And then at the top end, we've got truss hangers that are fastened through that OSB into the LVL beam behind, and that's what's going to support them. So we're just getting the last of the hangers properly aligned and installed, and then this guy will drop into place.
The animals, when they walk.
Have a good view down through the depth of the house here. Ladders out of the way.
Mark, is there a hanger on that side?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Is that 2x4 going to be in your way?
I don't think that hanger should be there, guys.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
The first one I think should be behind that because we have the knee wall going on top of that wall. Make sure we count them here.
Yeah, that would leave us one less truss.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what happened? That we don't have that close spaced one that was in the drawings.
But we're going to be building, we can go to the next hanger.
As long as the next hanger is 24 from that wall, we can go to the next hanger.
Because we're going to be building up that wall anyway, and that would cover that span.
Yep.
So Mark, we're going to go to the one behind you.
Okay, that's 48 from the outside.
Yeah.
Is it 24 from the wall?
It's 48 inches from the outside, so that one, that other cavity would be 24.
Yep.
So it's going to be a bit more than 24. Moving all the hangers again?
We're scrambling with the hangers a little bit, guys, because
7 1/4.
we ended up with 13 trusses when we thought we were getting 15, and we changed the design last minute to build a knee wall on top of our outside walls. So it's why we're checking this now. Bear with us here.
So I can move it over.
So has the spacing of those trusses changed, Mark?
Yeah, I guess so.
I was under the impression we were going 24 inches from the very outside framing, and then we were going off of that.
Well, the knee wall is on top of this.
Right.
So the first hanger has to be 24 off of this, which would be less than 48 from the outside. So it looks like we're going to move a hanger here. I thought we had them in the right place the first time.
But isn't your new wall sitting on here?
Yeah.
The wall isn't 24.
No. The first hanger should be 24 from the knee wall. At the most. That's why originally when I said we should line them up with the wall studs, that made the most sense because they're spaced roughly 24s as best we could.
So we're going with the studs.
Doesn't matter if we go with the studs or 24 to me because they're supported on either side. We just have to get the spacing right.
24 on the center from that wall.
So while we're waiting for that hanger to be relocated, there'll be more crane action in a second. I'll explain what I was just talking about with the change in design here. So originally we had designed for trusses all the way across, but a miscommunication in the shop drawings meant we got 13 trusses from the supplier, not 15. So originally we had the truss going on the outside of the wall, the inside of the wall, and lining up with the studs at the back of this wall. And what we've had to change is we've replaced the stud that or the truss that was supposed to go on this wall with a knee wall, which is going to be built on top of the stud wall and extend up to the underside of the sheathing there. And that's totally acceptable to do because typically the trusses are designed to span, and over the walls they're not spanning, they're bearing on top of the wall. So we actually could have built these walls right up to the underside of the roof sheathing. In hindsight, that might be a simpler thing to do next time because we're having a little bit of a challenge fitting the bottom cord directly on top of that angle. It's a tough match to make on site. So what we've just caught on site as we're just putting this one into place, we need the first of the hangers above us to be no more than 24 inches off of this knee wall so that we don't have too much of a span for our roof sheathing. And we'd measured 24-inch spacing from the outside wall. It's a bit of a miscommunication because this wall is not 24 inches thick. So we're going to relocate that hanger. I'm going to jump down and go double check this.
Yeah, this is more screws. So I'm good for screws. So these are just 24 on center from.
So now that's 24 from the wall?
Yeah, the center.
Yeah, good.
You're making a dad nervous.
So we're remarking our spacing on the other side so that we know where to drop those trusses on both ends. That's looking all the way up. Get back up to my viewpoint up here. Here we go. So Mark's just making sure that hanger's nice and level. There's how much faith we have in the team. We even show our adjustments live on Periscope.
Try it. Hold on. Hey, hold on.
Question, what exactly is a knee wall? Knee wall is a term we use to build, or of walls that are built up in attics. So it's not a full height wall. And it's just meant essentially to support the underside of the roof framing and or hold insulation in place.
Mark, you got that first hanger?
We are lucky with the weather today, that's for sure.
Yeah, 24 from the inside.
question about engineered I-beams being unfriendly to firefighters. Talking about the engineered wood products.
You ready, Mark?
Yeah, I'm ready. I guess we can do this.
Okay, we're ready. Here we go again. Watch that nail gun there, Kyle. It's looped over. Or, not Kyle, sorry. Blair.
You have snow and ice jammed in there, Mark?
No, it's good on the bottom.
Okay.
Up here.
Why don't you readjust your ladder, Blair? Set it down on the subfloor. Hold on. Just set it to the inside center, Mark, Blair. In between the first truss and the one we're putting on now.
Maybe put a foot on the back of that ladder for him. Are we in the hangar on the top end there, guys? You guys are in the hangar up there?
Yep. Just waiting for him to spray up that side, and
Great.
I think that end has to come up a little bit.
How much do you have to come up?
I've got about 3/8 of an inch gap. At the time is on the so tight to the top.
We just have to scoot this now tight to the beam at the top.
That's good. We're tight in the bottom.
Are you sitting on your plate, Blair?
Yeah, I'm lined up.
Can go up a bit more. More? You're blowing out the bottom cord here, so I wouldn't do any more.
Yeah, we kind of let off.
Yes, I did. I studied at Carlson.
Okay.
Graduated in 2005.
I got about an 1/8 here.
Tell him if you want to take some weight off.
What do you need, Mark? I need about an 1/8 more. Up, if you can.
Looking good, I think.
More? Good. No, that's a little bit.
Just a little smidgen. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, no.
There.
View from lower down.
We need to come down now. We're out of our hangar. Down.
It was fine where it was.
He's got the slack
Weights
off.
off, guys. Awesome. So there you go, guys. Unfortunately, I have to sign off. I've got another meeting to get to. I'm going to leave these guys to continue on. We'll check back in this afternoon. We'll see how the trusses look, and we'll get a good view of the shape of the house from the street. So thanks everyone for watching. Watch for us again probably after about 2:30 or 3 o'clock today.